All right, collective reading. What about you makes you unique? So we got the Queen of Swords and say it 3 times. I don't care. All right, this is giving me no nonsense policy. I feel like you're somebody that can have a resting face. You're somebody that doesn't take any mess and makes no apology about it. You have very strong boundaries when it comes to people and things that you're willing to tolerate. You're somebody that isn't afraid to take up space in your life. And if whatever it is that you're going through is not up to your par, you're unapologetic about walking away, leaving whatever the environment is, the situation is, with grace and without any effort. All right, I feel like you're somebody that is geared for growth. You are deeply connected to the earth. Venus energy could be significant here. We've got the Empress, and I am always a child. And so there's this larger than life personality about you. You could be somebody that enjoys being around children. You could be somebody that also has children, but there's this nurturing that comes with you, and also an energy where you like to keep your spirit light. You don't like to be in spaces that are chaotic or dysfunctional, and just departing from places that do not allow you to be at home or make you feel comfortable is something that you have no problem doing. You may enjoy the finer things of life, luxurious experiences, and I also feel like there's an energy of purity about you that you possess. You have a gift for maintaining excitement for life, and there's like this balance to you. You have boundaries, but you also know how to have fun. You're not the type of person that's a prune. You're going to go out there, enjoy yourself, and do what it is that you want to do without making any excuses or allowing yourself to be limited. We got the Ten of Wands and party in your heart. And so this is giving me karmic debt. For some of you, I feel like you've had to work through your emotional and karmic debt here. You may have gone through your fair share of experiences that were challenging, but this is also giving me generational curse breaker. I feel like you're the person in your family and your lineage that is here to release the baggage that you have inherited, to release the experiences that do not serve your experience. And so with that, I also feel like there's this willingness to let go. You could be somebody that can forgive with ease, and if you aren't someone that has gotten to that place yet, I feel like that's somewhere that you are going. You're not afraid to do the work on yourself. You're somebody that wants to keep your spirit light once again, so you don't like to be consumed by the weight of the world. If it's too heavy for you, I feel like you're somebody that's quick to release it, to do the spiritual work that's necessary so that you can get back on track and keep moving. All right, we got the Six of Swords and Imagine. And so I also feel like you're somebody that enjoys traveling. You enjoy the outdoors. You could enjoy going on the river or the ocean. Bodies of water could be significant for you, but you have a spirit of a wanderer. You have a gift for imagination and thinking outside of the box. So meditation is something I feel like that could come naturally for you as well. You could be somebody that is able to disconnect from reality with ease and tap into different spiritual realms. And I also get this energy of like disassociation. So when there's difficult situations, there's this state of your presence that I feel like you can tap into that allows you not to be so fully engulfed by burdens or by pain. You're able to transmute emotionally with ease, and I feel like that's a gift of yours. And then with the Six of Pentacles and the Just fuck it, I feel like you're somebody that's a giver. You don't allow money to stress you out. You recognize that it's a material, and you have this attitude of it's not bigger than you. You run the program. You can enjoy splurging. Also getting this energy that is coming through as guilt-free. You make no apology about how you spend your money, where you go, what you do. You do it without heaviness. You do it without care. And some people may be bothered at times about how unbothered you are, but I feel like you give off this energy where it's like, it's none of your concern, it's none of your business. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if it's comfortable for you, if it's something that you enjoy, you're going to do it. You're not going to allow that to stop you. And with the World card here, I feel like this is a reflection once again of your energy of like the karmic cycle breaker. You could be somebody that is also destined for fame, or a life that is meant for ease, going into like a soft era. But I also feel like you are meant to travel. You're somebody that's meant to explore the world, to go different places and go out of your comfort zone and experience different cultures and different lifestyles. Or at least, be in those vicinities to observe them. We also got Taurus and Virgo energy, which was coming through strongly. A lot of earth, a lot about the world in this reading, and matters when it comes to money. So I feel like you're meant to have money. You're somebody that could be well off, wealthy, and At the bottom of the deck, we have you are here. Turn your tongue 7 times. There's no planet B, and you failed. So what? So I'm getting a straight shooter. Like there's this way of communicating that you have that stands your ground and demands respect. Simplicity is the way that you communicate. You're direct in the way that you say things. It's like matter of fact, take it or leave it. So you're also someone that doesn't minimize your success. If you have accomplished something in your life, you're proud of that. And you may have a level of humility, but you know your worth, you know your value, and you don't settle for less. With the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, we got the King of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. These energies was giving me, you stand up for what you want until you get it. There's no telling you different when you set your eyes or your mind on something. It's already yours, and you may manifest quickly as a result, where once again you receive offers, and sometimes these things catch you by surprise or may take you off guard, but there's a great deal of spiritual protection around you, I feel. And you're also someone, I feel like, that guards your mind, and this, I feel like, is what gives you stronger confidence in your abilities and foresight for your future. So take these messages as they resonate. Whatever doesn't resonate, leave behind. Like, comment, and share. If this did resonate, drop a yellow heart in the comment section, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.